guys, welcome back to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Laura. I make motherhood and lifestyle content. If you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe down below if you'd like to stick around. I thought I would take you guys along with me during this really cozy autumn day. We are actually at the peak of fall in terms of the colors of the trees, and this is my favorite week of fall because I'm pretty sure the peak only lasts like a week long and then it's pretty much downhill from there, but I'm just soaking it in while it lasts. I actually have a list of things I'd like to do just to enjoy this beautiful autumn day. And starting us off, I'm going to go to Starbucks and get myself a pumpkin drink. I mentioned in a previous video that pumpkin cream cold brew is my go-to fall drink, and so that's exactly what I'm going to go order myself. I have a Starbucks gift card, so it's gonna cost me zero money, which win-win. Also, if you have not seen my last video, I explained to you that we are going through a sleep regression and we are still in the thick of it, and so mama deserves some more coffee. And then while I have my coffee in hand, I'd like to take the kids on a fun autumn walk. There's something better than like sipping a pumpkin cream cold brew while just being in awe of the colors around you. So I'm going to go for a walk with the kids, and then on the way home I plan on stopping at a pumpkin patch, and I'm going to have Caspian pick out a pumpkin because when we get home we're going to decorate the pumpkins with some fall stickers. Hobby Lobby has a sale going on all of their fall items right now. It's all 50% off, so I got some fall stickers to decorate the pumpkins with, and I thought that would just be a fun little activity for him. I'd also like to bake some sort of pumpkin dessert. I'm not quite sure what I want to bake yet, but I'm leaning more towards chocolate chip pumpkin cookies. And then while the cookies are baking, I'd like to do another fun fall craft that Caspian can do. Like I said, Hobby Lobby was having such a great deal on all of their fall items, and so I stocked up on some fall crafts that I knew he would enjoy. And that's pretty much the plans I have for today. I'm excited. I know Caspian's gonna have a blast because we're doing all the things that he loves, we're doing all the things that I love, and then Ellery is just there for the ride because she is not quite old enough to really enjoy these things, but she's a chill baby, so I know she'll be great while we do them. Once Ellery is up from her nap, we're gonna get started into our day, and you know what? We're gonna have a great day. I just now realized this, but does anything look wrong with this photo? Let me know. Anything look missing? When I was leaving the house, there was a truck blocking my driveway. And it just was like, I feel like people should know that when you park, you shouldn't park in front of people's driveways. Like, what? There was plenty of room on the street that wasn't blocking anyone's driveway. It was really weird, but thankfully there was someone inside the truck, and so I was like, can I leave my driveway, please? I'm about to go grab my coffee. Y'all, I'm so excited. I have to pull up the Starbucks app. Oh, okay, I have like $13 to spend. I had to reinstall the Starbucks app because I have not been to Starbucks in like months. Let's go secure that coffee. Every time I come to Starbucks, the line is always so long, and that doesn't bother me, but like it just boggles my mind that so many people can afford Starbucks because I'm not even buying it. Like, I was gifted these gift cards, and it just like I said, it just boggles my mind the amount of people that can afford overpriced coffee. Hi, can I please just get a medium pumpkin cream cold brew, and that'll be it. Thank you. All right, thank you. You too. All right, let's give her a try. They made it right. There are those few times where they don't make it right. They made it right. Oh, so good. Sorry if you can hear the car running, but it got a little hot on our walk, or maybe it's just my sweater, but I'm overheating right now. But we are about to head to the pumpkin patch, and I was expecting the trees to be a lot more fuller of like leaves, but a lot of them are very bare right now. It really showed me how quick fall comes and goes. Like, the beauty of fall only lasts for such a short time. Okay, this is like a real motherhood moment right now. We left the pumpkin patch and it was not a quiet ride from either kid. Both kids screamed the entire ride home. I came inside and I was like, you know what? Scratch the pumpkin decorating, scratch the baking, scratch the fun craft that we were gonna do. We're going down for naps. And I'm just going to enjoy the silence. But we're going to push all the things that I was going to do after the pumpkin patch to tomorrow. So it didn't turn into the cozy fall day. It's going to turn into cozy fall days. That was not my intention, but like I said, this is real life. This is mom life. Sometimes things don't go as planned. So that is a little bit of reality for you. Please know that I do not record our hard moments because that needs my full attention. That does not need a camera involved. And so, like, kids screaming in the car, a toddler having a tantrum, a little infant completely losing it, like, I'm not going to record those moments because, like, they need my full attention. And like I said, a camera would just not be helpful. Like, some things shouldn't be filmed, and that is a prime example. Like, you should not film your child's tantrum and then post it onto the internet. Like, that is, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Don't make that normal. Don't do that. There are just so many aspects of my life that I don't film, and my children having maybe a bad day is one of them. I'm not going to put that onto the internet for everyone to see. Like, no thank you. So that is kind of what went down after the pumpkin patch. But you know, it gave me a great opportunity to tell you guys that sometimes things don't go as planned. That's okay. And you just continue on and plan them for tomorrow. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow, then the next day. And maybe it doesn't happen at all. That's okay. Moving on, I wanted to kind of sit down and have a little chat with you guys about the season of fall. If you don't know, I feel like you should know by now, fall is my favorite season. The season of fall is a perfect example of beauty in death, and I'm sure you've heard that saying before, that there's beauty in death. So when you look at fall and you see all these beautiful colors around you, it's because those leaves are dying. They're actually coming close to the end of their life. And what I also think this season brings is an example of letting go. And you see these trees, how they just let go of their leaves, and it's such a graceful thing. Like, the leaf just slowly falls down. There's no fighting, there's no resistance, it just lets it go. And I think that's a great example for what we should do in our lives. Just let go of the things that might be hindering us, let go of the things that maybe bring us bitterness. And it also shows that change isn't always scary. Sometimes change is beautiful. And that's just kind of what the leaves on the tree is teaching me. But as we know, we see God in creation, and that is kind of what the Lord has been teaching me through this fall season, and just like having this perfect visual and then applying that to my life. And there's something that my pastor preached this past Sunday, and it has really stuck with me, because after fall comes winter. And I know winter can be very, very hard on people. I know that there are people who have what is called seasonal depression, especially if you live in a state where you experience a winter. And in my life personally, I just want to give God glory for never having to go through any sort of seasonal depression or just depression in general. But I will say that this upcoming winter was just kind of making me a little nervous, making me a little anxious. You know, you have Christmas, which is obviously in the winter, but that's not what was making me so anxious. It was the January, February, March months that has kind of been, it's felt like an impending doom in a way. But what my pastor said was just the perfect perspective shift that I needed. And he was saying that winter is actually a great opportunity to slow down. When my pastor had said that, I thought, you know what, like, those months are a great opportunity to dive into maybe a hobby of mine, or invite people over to my house to just chat over coffee. And it just made me think of all these things that I could really just kind of dive into in the winter time, because it is a time where life is kind of just going a little bit slower. You aren't going outside as much as you are in the spring, in the summer, in the fall. And it just kind of made me think of like all these things that I could do during those months that would fill my cup and bring me joy. And I thought I would just share that with you because, like I said, I know the winter blues is a thing, and I think if you're starting to feel the winter blues, think of something you want to maybe improve on in your life. Think of someone you might want to get to know a little bit more. Maybe there's this house project that you've been really wanting to do, like painting the walls, and it actually made me excited for those months, which is so crazy because every time I think of the month of January, I feel this dread. And it actually got me thinking, like, what should I do during those months? And I do have something in mind. I would love to pick up my instrument again and play it. If you don't know, actually, I don't know if I've ever said this on YouTube, but I actually play the flute. But I would love to pick up my flute again and start playing again and getting that muscle memory back, because I definitely know I'm probably not as sharp as I used to be. And I've kind of neglected that gift that God gave me, because I truly believe that if you can sing, if you can play an instrument, if you are musical in any way, that is such a gift. Normally when I open up a day, I usually say good morning, but it is not morning. It is now the afternoon. We all actually slept until 9 this morning, and like that is so late. So based off of that info, you probably guessed that we did not sleep well last night. Oh, it was so rough, but honestly, like it felt so good sleeping in. It's so weird, like whenever I sleep in, I wake up feeling fantastic and like I feel rejuvenated, I feel energized again. But then guilt starts to sink in. Like I start to feel super guilty because I slept most of my morning away and I didn't get to see Kyle off to work. And like that always makes me feel so guilty. It is self-induced guilt. Let me just clarify that. My husband does not make me feel like I have to wake up with him in the morning. It's something I like to do. He is the most understanding person I have ever met. And so whenever I sleep in, he literally does not care. Like he understands that I'm a tired mom and that I wake up with the baby throughout the night. It's a weird feeling of like, I needed the sleep. I needed to be able to function the next day, but I also feel super guilty as a wife because I didn't see my husband off to work. Like, do you ever feel that, just like that conflicting, life is pulling you so many different ways feeling? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe someone out there can relate to exactly what I'm feeling. And that is an example of where I just feel like I can't win. Like, I had a horrible night. I needed the extra rest, but I also love kissing my husband off to work and seeing him before he heads out. A valuable lesson I have learned as an adult is that sometimes you can't do it all. And that is a hard realization. Like when you realize like, man, I'm very human. Like I am so human. I am so human and I make mistakes and I'm not perfect and my body gets very weary and I just can't do it all, and that's okay. Like I think back to my first year of marriage and how waking up at 6 a.m. was like such a breeze for me. Like I had a full night's rest, waking up early was like no issue. And now as a mom, especially as a mom whose baby is going through a sleep regression, waking up at 6 a.m. is absolute torture. My body just feels so dead. It feels so weary and I'm just so exhausted. But I also, like I said, I love seeing my husband off to work and that gives me life. But also like getting rest gives me life. I'm rambling, but that's just, I feel so conflicted. And maybe there's someone out there who has felt the same way or who can relate and maybe can leave a little comment of encouragement or of relatability that can make me feel a little bit better about myself. And my hair is, I'm just not realizing my hair fell out of its clip. And I feel like this perfectly describes how I'm feeling right now. Barely hanging on. So, wow, okay, that's how I feel. This is how I feel. But we're going to continue on with our day and do all the fun fall activities that I didn't get to accomplish yesterday. Hair is fixed for now. I have a feeling like it might fall out because it's kind of loose feeling. Here's the pumpkin that Caskin picked out yesterday from the pumpkin patch. I definitely need to give it a good wash because there's some dirt and like weird little bumps on it. I don't even know what it is. but definitely need to give this a good wash, especially if I want the stickers to stick onto it. And then here's the sticker book that I picked out from Hobby Lobby. It is harvest themed stickers, like the first Thanksgiving, so there's a lot of pilgrims and Indians. I had actually saw on social media that painting pumpkins is a big thing now instead of carving, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea because if you carve the pumpkins, they rot super quick. But then I saw a different person suggest doing stickers. That is a perfect idea, especially with toddlers. Like, it's a lot less mess. And so I thought it would be a great idea to do with Caspian, and I plan on putting this out on the porch after he decorates it. I think that would look so cute to just display to all the neighbors and the mailman. We'll decorate it with some stickers. Good. Let's do one. You're welcome. Oh. Something I am definitely gonna get Caspian for Christmas is an apron because, oh my goodness, the mess that was just made. He totally missed the bowl when he went to dump in the sugar, and then also as he was stirring everything, the flour went everywhere. It was all down his clothes, as you saw. Like, kid needs an apron, and I think that would be a very useful gift. While the cookies bake, I actually do have this craft for him. It's just coloring turkeys, and so I'm thinking, it comes with 2 turkeys, so I'm thinking I'll give these to his grandparents and they can just enjoy his little piece of art. So I'm going to unwrap this and have him color the turkeys, and we'll see how it turns out. Sometimes he's in the coloring mood and he does a really good job of like coloring a lot of the page. Other times he's not in the coloring mood and he'll do like a few marks here and there, but we'll see. He's never actually colored with markers. I have not trusted him with that yet. This is what the turkeys look like. So cute. And then it comes with 4 different colors, of course, fall colors. Cookies are done, at least the first batch. I still have another batch in the oven and then another batch that needs to go into the oven. So yeah, I'm going to try it out, but first I need to grab a glass of milk. If you're going to eat a fresh cookie, you might as well do it right, which is to dunk it in some milk. Definitely soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. So happy about that. This is actually a second recipe I've tried. The first, I tried a different chocolate chip pumpkin cookie recipe and it was super cakey. It was like, I did not like the texture at all. And this one emphasized that it was not gonna be cakey on the recipe, and I agree, it's definitely not cakey. These are far better than the other recipe I tried. Way better. It actually tastes like, it's got the texture of a cookie, you know? This is a 10 out of 10. I like this one. I am going to end today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, friends.